Hello and welcome to another video from the Fantasy Legion. Alan Shawn back again.
Yeah, great to be back. I can see we're going to be doing a mock draft here. So what's the plan for this particular mock draft then, Al?
Okay, so it's the 2020 PPR league, so 4-point PPR, so a point per catch. So that makes receiving backs and wide receivers slightly more valuable. We're going to randomise our pick.
Yep, standard positions, nothing unique on the positions.
Yeah, just standard. It's not super flex or anything. It's just standard drafting.
Okay. Well, let's see
we
what.
Have got pick 6. Yeah, right. That's in the
that's going to be interesting because it's quite a grim little area. That's quite hard. So let's see what our options are.
All right.
It's hard because ideally we know we're not going to get one of the top. We shouldn't get one of the top guys. Let's see what happens. Okay, so did it go off the board in the traditional sense? So McCaffrey, Kamara, Barkley, Elliott, Dalvin Cook, that's probably about right, isn't it? And this is 4-point PPRs. Now, I think I know the route I would want to go down here. What do you think, looking at what we're being offered?
Well, if you look at last year's points, Michael Thomas got 375 and Derrick Henry had his best year in thingy in the NFL. I guess they both did. And then he got 295. But I do like taking running backs early. So,
yeah.
What
so,
do you, I think it'd be
I think it's between Michael Thomas and Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I'm going to, for the purpose of this video, just assume that we're up against some very good drafters, and it's left us this awkward quandary, which I thought it might. So I'll take Michael Thomas.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
And that's how I would start this draft. And then I'm
going to get a ton of targets again, and
then I know that we've got to got to get some running backs here, no matter what we're being offered. So that's an interesting series of players as well. Is there any more? Who else can we be offered?
Well, that's murky. Is any?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Tough decision.
I've got to be honest. I would advocate to you as your partner. I say let's take Tyreek Hill. I know that's really zero RB. Isn't
totally the same opinion. I love that running backs early, but you can't turn down Tyreek.
It's the way this draft has fallen, and I'm not comfortable doing this at all. I'm not happy doing it.
No, this is out of our comfort zone. But sometimes you can't plan to draft a certain way. You have to see how the draft falls to you, and you have to take the best player available, which is what we've done.
I'm now a little bit happier because I could comfortably take Chris Carson. I would avoid James Conner. I don't like the situation that's in Pittsburgh at all. I don't like it.
Unless you go Mike Evans. No, okay. I'm happy to take.
And we could do that. That's another possibility, Al. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Carson did outperform Evans last year just by 2 points, and we do kind of need a running back at this stage.
I think if we don't get one now, we're in. We're going to be in a bit of a different situation. It's going to be very different team. So let's get somebody we can anchor the team round, hopefully.
Okay, so we've got two great receivers. We've got Chris Carson back-to-back 1,000-yard season. So
I'm actually very happy because I'm seeing the players that are available, and I like the fact Melvin Gordon's sitting there. So I'm quite happy with him. I don't mind A.J. Brown either, but I think we've already done that. So we can take Gordon and be very comfortable that we've anchored the team.
Yeah, I think PPR, Mahomes loses a little bit of value because all the other guys, get value, don't they, from catches? So they're slightly more valuable. So
and it's a smaller league.
I'm very happy to have him as our fourth player on our team. Very, very happy with that.
And now we can settle a bit more comfortable and just take some shots at a few players that we like.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a fairly even draft, so we can go either way now. Wide receiver or tight end, or even quarterback if you wanted. I'll just have a look at Jonathan Taylor.
I would be very heavily tempted you towards Jonathan Taylor, and the reason is because our team is so balanced, and I feel very comfortable with those 4 starters. But I'm looking ahead as the season develops. I want the big upside of a player that could come on very strong. I would advocate highly. I would happily take
222 points last year, though. I mean,
I would happily take.
Taylor's not really a passing back, catching back, is he?
And that is a very persuasive argument. So you make a good case.
I love Taylor, but maybe not in 4-point PPR when you've got someone like Sutton.
With that persuasion, I say, okay, let's swing for Cortland Sutton.
I do like Taylor, though. I do like.
Yeah, let's take Sutton and see what comes. Let's take Sutton and see what comes back.
When you look at the next wide receiver down, I think Yeah, Hilton's okay. Diggs has had a back problems all the way through camp. Tyler Boyd.
You have to like the way that Denver has set up the season ahead. That bodes well for Cortland
And
Sutton.
Drew Lock could come on a ton, couldn't he, as well? So
yeah, I mean it's a good quandary. This is a good quandary to have in our team. That was a good quandary to have, so I didn't mind that at all. Well, this is good as well. So feeling very happy here.
Okay.
I like Russell Wilson because we've already got 5 players in the bag, so that makes me happy. I like Marquise Brown, but I'm very happy here with the quarterback. Is there anything else you would consider? Any other player position?
Edelman 254 points last year.
Yeah, Brady gone though, big difference. Not sure what's going to happen there now. Cam Newton, a different kind of quarterback if he's the one that takes over. So I'm not as comfortable taking Edelman, but. I don't mind Russell Wilson on going because Marquise Brown is swinging for the fences as well, but Russell's so safe, isn't he?
Yeah, okay. I'm happy to take Russell Wilson there. I think he's probably
safe.
Probably the best player available.
Because we got a smaller league, we're going to get an opportunity. We don't normally take quarterbacks early, but just
by week 6 could be an issue, but that's not always a bad thing. You have one bad week and then strong.
We can get round. We can probably get round that with this draft. Well, you've got your interesting player, the guy that you like there at number 1 on the list there.
Deontay here though as well, and in PPR, he could be a star.
Yeah, could be very good value.
I love Deontay Johnson as well.
Well, let's swing for the fence on at least one pick. Go with Deontay Johnson. Let's just see how that plays. I would like to add him to our team and just see how that plays out.
I personally think we should take probably Singletary just because it's definitely close between the two. You want Deontay Johnson over Singletary, do you?
Well, I would normally take Singletary, but I just think with the team we've got and the way it's going, I just want to go with one really big, I'm big swing for the fence here. So Deontay Johnson, see if he ends up being their number 2 or maybe takes over as the number 1 there.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I actually like Singletary in full-point PPR.
Yeah, so do I. But I'm happy to go either way. You can make the call on this one, whoever you prefer.
No, because I'm stuck between the two. You choose.
Okay, well, if it's down to me, then I'm taking David Singletary. I'm sorry to say.
No, I was actually erring that way as well.
So I'd happily take him, just purely because it's running back over a wide receiver all the time for me. But I do like him. He's a very good player. Interesting.
We got a lot of quarterbacks. I don't like Kirk.
No, I'm happy to say I agree.
DeAndre Swift, I'd be very interested in.
Yeah, well, they have said about obviously giving Kerry on the starting nod, but that doesn't bother me because we've got a team that can get round that. Because
you said earlier, right? You said earlier we need some picks to swing for the fences,
and DeAndre Swift is one.
Yeah, and they said they're going to use him in the passing game, if nothing else. And then maybe
let's not even outthink ourselves. Let's take the guy, add him to our team bench, and see how that plays out because we can afford that in this team.
And that's what we advocate. Keep stocking up on these potential stars, and I think he really is. Now, there's 3 players here I like. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely some interesting ones. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I love Anthony Miller, I love CD Lamb, and I love Preston Williams. I
like all 3. I think the safest of the 3 is probably Anthony Miller, followed by Lamb. The one that's got the hugest swing for the fence upscale is Preston Williams, but he is coming back from an injury. So I think with the kind of team we've got, we can go either Miller or Lamb. You can make a call on it. Go for it.
I mean, we still need a tight end. That's the other thing.
Well, we've got time.
Yeah, in 12-team league, I think you can wait. Oh, it's close between. I don't mind any of them. So I put 3 up. You can choose
Miller,
Anthony Miller. Okay.
Yeah, because the Bears could be throwing a lot, depending on how it goes.
And if anything happened to
David Montgomery,
Allen Robinson,
or Allen Robinson, Now this is more. It gets more. You're looking at it and like, okay.
Now we're into like real sort of. I've been Tevin Coleman potentially, Marlon Mack.
Yeah, no, it's much more murky. I'm not comfortable with a lot of that. The tight ends don't massively excite me, and I still believe we can get one later. So I don't really think we need to swing at all for it.
Don't really need a second quarterback with yet, do we? So
no. Possibly, I'd probably look for a guy that could come on. If I'm honest, so depending on if he's still here, I haven't paid any attention. Of course, the players going through. I don't think we have to rush to the fences, but I'd take Lazard for a shot. I'd take N'Keal Harry to come on.
Perryman's not a bad shout, because who else have the Jets got, really?
They got nobody. So, actually, again...
They got Crowder. Crowder's not a threat to Perryman. They've got Denzel Mims, a rookie. I mean, Perryman...
I can't believe I'm saying it. I've never, ever picked Perryman in my life, but I think, why not? With this
now you're drafting with Mitchell. I'd take Perryman or Coleman, probably. Or even Mac. I mean, Mac's got an upside as well.
Yeah, go for it, Al.
Which one do you like? They're the three I'm putting up here.
I think Perryman. I think Perryman. I think you're right. I think it's a good shot. And in the worst case scenario, he's a player that we quickly get rid of. But I think it's worth a shot.
Okay. Right, N'Keal Harry and Lazard are still there as well. So
they're good shots. Definitely good shots. I like Alexander. I tell you what, Alexander Mattison, I would grab.
Don't take him above Marlon Mack. I don't think you can.
Well, take Mack.
I think Mack stands out here.
Okay,
he really does. I mean, look at the other rubbish. I mean, we could take Gronk as.
Is there an argument, right? I mean, again, this is just as we're drafting. We could imagine this as a live draft, and we're debating as partners going into this draft. At this moment in the draft, we've got a few seconds, obviously under normal clock, and I throw this question out and say, look, we take Mack. You're right, because of the chance that he could be traded before the start of the season.
Well, the Jags might need someone, don't they?
Could happen now. So I'd say, yeah, go for it. And no matter what happens, who knows?
Last year of his contract as well, so it wouldn't.
I wouldn't mind that because you never know what might happen. It's still a good swing. It's funny enough, Mattison's still there. Boston's
I thought he might be. N'Keal Harry's still there as well. So
I think that's great.
Gronk's still there. We need a tight end.
Well, this is maybe the time to take the tight end. I think Gronk's great value here. I mean, they're so late into the draft.
It's the 12th round. We're drafting him at pick 139.
Now, we can cheat the system a little here if we want to. We could take our defense early, anyone you want, if you wanted to cheat the system. Purely because it's one thing that Fantasy Pros isn't very good at, is if you take your top defense slightly early and your kicker slightly early, you get maximum points for it. So you've got the pick of some great defenses. Would you take San Francisco above all the others?
I think, let me just check this while I'm going to take here. I think I would take Big Ben.
Okay, because the upside.
I just think he's so good at home. He can really. I mean, we haven't got to worry about him, but if we got two players that are knocking it out of the park at QB, I think.
Yeah, it's a lovely quandary if you got two doing well and you can.
And the rest aren't enough. The rest aren't exciting enough for me to go. Yeah,
I'm very happy to say go ahead, take him. Let's put him on our bench. How many picks we got left?
I believe we have probably two, defence and kicker.
So we'll take them, whichever one's
best. We take the
best
kicker first, Butker.
Yeah, let's get Butker because we like him. He's very consistent for that 150 range in standard,
I drafted every draft is just gone.
Right. Okay. So who else would you take? Would you take the Mile High defense?
Yeah, I think I would because according to that, they got the fifth best strength of schedule. The Colts. I mean, I've been drafting Philadelphia a lot. Indianapolis Colts are the other one. Well, four decent games to start.
Yeah, it's a good defense for the first few weeks of the year, but it's no guarantees of production. But it is the best of the cheap ones, without doubt.
But Denver may be the pick here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll let you decide on the.
Yeah, I'd go with Denver to finish and then see what the rating of our team is. I'd be very disappointed if we didn't score a strong 90. To be honest, very close to it, 89 out of 100. So. Very happy with that team. Think that we probably deserve a couple more points, but that's just on paper. But very good. I mean, it's a very good team. Lots of opportunity. If Gronk fails, it's easy to pick up a tight end. Can't argue with the wide receivers. A lot to like about that team. It's a good team.
So let's just have a look through it. So it's given us the third best draft. We bashed in Midlands, so we'd probably take that. We drafted a tight end late, and it never likes that. So.
No, that's fine. But 89 out of 100, strong, solid draft. It's a playoff caliber team, and that's what you're looking for whenever you're drafting a playoff team to give you a chance to win money.
13th round for Big Ben. I think that's giving it as our steal of the draft there. So Strongest position, wide receiver, not running back. That'd be very unusual for us.
Well, look at that, though. You've got 3 number 1s, 2 number 4 grades, and then 3 number 11 grades. I think that's ridiculous, considering you've got Denver's defense is better than an 11th defense, frankly, and you've only been given a grade of 11. That's really weird, frankly, in this system. I don't get that at all.
I quite like our running backs. I think DeAndre Swift, Singletary, they're not even in our team. So you got Melvin Gordon, Chris Carson.
Yeah, they just won't be highly fancied, but it's still solid enough. Does the job. I'm very happy with that draft. I mean, again, as always with these things, if you've seen a player that we perhaps should have taken, don't be afraid to comment on the video because that's important. And if you feel we missed a trick, then we always love hearing that as well.
Yeah. If you've enjoyed the video, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the channel, we much appreciate it. You can buy our draft kit. The link will be in the description. Thanks very much for watching.
See you next time.